Hi everyone, welcome back to my life and my channel. So today, actually tonight, it's about 1 in the morning. Should be asleep, but I'm not. I'm going to be showing you my drag wardrobe. I have some really fun pieces to show to you guys, and some little tips on how to store certain pieces. So I'm going to first start off with category 1, which is vintage. I have a couple vintage pieces, and I just bought my very first 1950s authentic dress. It should be here this week. I'm so excited. I love vintage fashion, especially the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. And if I can get anything that looks like that, that's great too. I also do enjoy some 90s pieces that do have that classic silhouette that you do see with those eras. So with that being said, let's get started. I have this piece, which is hanging on this hanger the specific way because we don't want to have what's called droopy neck or droopy shoulder, especially with a very heavy and stretch fabric like velour. So back to this dress. It is a 1980s dress. It's one of the very first pieces of vintage that I own. It is black and it has this beautiful pink piping around it, and it has this fun little ruffle. I wore it to our LGBT prom put on by our local center, and I wore this as actually my first real drag appearance. So I love this dress. It is from the brand Blondie Nights by Jazleen. I have no idea what that means, but it's fun. And it's very drag, and it looks really good on me with hips. And I have lended this dress and another dress to a really dear friend of mine, named Kaylee. Love you, Kaylee. She wore this dress in a show this year. It was a lot of fun. The next dress I bought at the same time, which this is a 90s does 30s, which absolutely in love with this dress. It is black. I think it's crepe. I'm not sure what kind of fabric it is, but it looks to me like crepe. It is long. Whoa, it just came off the hanger. She is long. She is flowy. She's very like Morticia Addams without sleeves. It has a lace-up back, a side zipper. Stop falling off the hanger, please and thank you. A high bust, which I like, and she hits the floor on me. So, yeah, love this gown, and it's by Jump Apparel Co. Don't know what they are, but it's a cute dress. This next piece, my grandmother got 2 pieces for me in Florida that are vintage. And here they are. So this first one I know is a prom dress. I don't know what era it is, but it's one of my favorites. I wore it on our last night at camp this year, or last year, and I walked across to get my little award. She hits the floor on me. When I wear really tall heels, though, she doesn't quite hit the floor, but who cares? I can elongate it. It is black. It has this beautiful rhinestone and sequin beaded appliques sewn on. There is a little bit of work I need to do on it, but that's fine. It's easy. And it has this really fun rhinestone sleeves with cutouts in the back and in the side. So one of my favorite dresses that I own. Then I have this other piece, which I know is 90s actually. It is, I think, was made for a dancer. So it's a very pretty blue sequin dress. It's short and it has built-in breasts. So that makes my life so much easier because I'm so flat-chested. And this is what it looks like from the back. Has a very fun back to it. I love, 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 love this dress. Then I have this 90s dress once again hanging like this because it's spandex. They loved their spandex in the 90s. She is glittered, and it's my only one shoulder dress that I own. So Very different for me. I do need to do something with it because this one shoulder really ain't working on me. It has a really fun back. And this too is a side zipper, so let me zip it up because it's unzipped for some reason. Love this dress. Very Jessica Rabbit. And it's very like quintessential 90s like silhouette. So very clinging to the body. Moving on, then we have some more modern pieces. We have this dress, which is supposed to be like a takeoff of 20s, which I don't actually see 20s. I see it with the Art Deco beading, but it reminds me of what Constance Wu wore last year or the year before. I don't know when she wore this dress to the Met Gala. Love it, and it has this sheer paneling here, and it's long and flowy, gorgeous. The only thing I don't like about any beaded gown, including this one, is that it rubs and you get chafed and it feels just grand. Then we have my other 20s style piece. This one is more accurate to the period, beaded, fun, for like a richer girl, and it hits where it's supposed to hit, and it's shapeless, so really, really, really good for a vintage inspired dress. I love it. Both of these came from some Chinese shop. I don't remember what she called it. Then we have another 20s piece. It looks basically exactly like that. I like it. Then we have my actual modern pieces. So this first dress I'm going to show you is very sentimental. It's the first real piece of drag that I bought, clothing-wise. I got it on Amazon for $40. She is like a shimmy dress. She's actually a salsa costume or cha-cha, I don't know, some ballroom costume, which I made into a Leo at the bottom, and it comes with these arm tassel things. I love this dress, and I love to dance in it, and it moves really fun when I move, because I'm a dancer. Then we have this little piece that I got at Forever 21 at the Montgomery Mall. She's rainbow, she's sparkly, she clings to my body, and when I wear hip pads and my corset, I look great in this dress. And it's like a really good, cute little walk-around dress, and it reminds me of Kim Kardashian. Probably because it's bodycon, and probably because it's tight on the ass, the drag ass. Then we have what I like to call my pageant interview dress. Probably never going to have to wear a dress to a pageant interview, but if I did, I'd wear this one. It does need a little bit of work in the shoulders for me because I have very broad man shoulders, and when I can barely lift my hands up in this dress. But besides that, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dress. Very finely tailored. Very fun. Then we have this piece, which I just acquired from my drag mom. Very beautiful. Her name is Chastity Vane. She's our current Miss Gay Maryland. I love her to death. Gave me this gorgeous piece. Very fun. And it's my first piece of animal print, so this is going to be a lot of fun when it goes out on the town when this quarantine is over. Then we have my most valuable piece. So this one has a story to it. I like thrift shopping, and for a teen queen, it's a really good option. And when I first started drag, I always looked in the prom dress section and got what I could. There are some prom dresses that I don't have anymore because they either don't fit or they don't fit my aesthetic. So then I went to the Goodwill and I looked around and I wasn't seeing anything. Then I saw this dress and I was like, wow, it's gorgeous. And it was in my size. So of course I had to snag it up. It was $25. So I take it home and I look inside of it and I about died. It's a Giovanni. I got this dress, which is a Giovanni. And if that's not even better, I did some research, which I do on a good bit of my clothing. This is from their couture line. So it means a lot to me knowing that. So here she is. This is my Giovanni. Insert clip of Dorinda Medley screaming Giovanni here. Haha. It is very beautiful. She is very drag. I need to get it elongated at the bottom so that it actually hits the ground when I walk. It has this very fun sheer thing at the top. Beautiful built-in bra. This is my actual only mermaid gown, and I love it to bits. And it's so beautiful. Absolutely stunning. This next piece is probably my most sentimental piece. Saving the best pieces for last. And this one, my grandmother actually made me. She used to make a lot of costumes for my brother and sister and made Halloween costumes for us and made dresses for my mom. And she told me when I got to do my first Pride last year, I will make your costume for you. So, this dress means a lot. It is my actual first custom costume made to my measurements. She did a beautiful job. I picked out the fabric. It's very fun, very shiny, and it has one of my favorite things in the world, a halter. I love a halter neck, or a cowl neck, or a turtleneck, or whatever the hell you want to call it. And underneath the skirt, it has a built-in leotard. So when I turn and when I do tricks, it doesn't like flop my tuck everywhere. So I love this piece, and it was specially made for me, which makes it even better. And all of the queens absolutely loved it at Pride. So with that being said, oh, and we have another piece my grandmother made for me. There's more of the costume, which is just a sequin tank top and a sequin skirt. I was Carmen Miranda this year for Halloween, and she made me my headpiece, which, let me just put it on to show you the sheer, let me throw off this turban and show you the sheer greatness of my Carmen Miranda headpiece, and it looks basically identical to the one that she wore. So, with that being said, that's the clothing, and then these aren't clothing, but I want to show them because they mean a lot to me. Like I said before, I love vintage clothes, especially 30s, 40s, 20s, and 50s. So, I have this little beaded bag, which I don't know exactly when this is. I think it's 40s or 50s, maybe even 60s. I'm not sure, but it's really pretty and it's beaded. I'm pretty sure that this is 50s because they couldn't have beading like this in the 40s, especially with the rationing that was going on. Then we have this little 30s, I know this is 30s, makeup purse, which it has, let me open it. It's a bitch to open, but there we go. It has its own little built-in mirror, and originally you could put rouge, powder, and lipstick in it, but the bottom is missing, which I'm going to get a bottom put back on, and it has a little mirror. It's cute. So this is a really fun piece. Then we have this 50s little mini bag, which it has an embroidered people on it, and it's going to go really well with my dress. And yeah, I love this. And it has its own little coin purse built in. And then my favorite piece, besides my Giovanni in my collection, is this authentic 1920s handbag. I know it's 20s because I did a lot of research. I've done a lot of research, and I know 20s when I see it. And I saw this bag at the auction, and I said, I need to get it. These were all from an auction that I went to. And I bid and bid and bid with these people, and I finally got it for $40. And the idiot auctioneer called this a hat. This is a purse. It didn't have the original string, so I had to restring it myself, which is fine. And it looks a lot like one that they have at the Met. This one actually, I feel like it's a little bit better. It is missing a little bit of beading at the bottom, but it's old. And it's absolutely stunning. The color is beautiful. It's been kept in great shape. It looks like it hasn't seen a lot of the light of day. And it's my oldest piece, and it's probably my favorite. So, with that being said, that's the end of my clothing tour. If you want to see a jewelry collection, if you want to see my shoe collection, please let me know and I'll show it off to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good quarantine or rest of your quarantine. Or if this is the future, just have a great day. See y'all!